Hi, everyone. We are back for season 2, episode 20 of A Conversation With. We have Charles here with me as well for Meet the Zor. We're going to be talking with Joe of Home Clean Heroes today. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So just to get things started and to really introduce the brand to our audience that's watching this, would you just be able to kind of, walk us through what Home Clean Heroes is all about? I know that you guys are an emerging and growing brand with new deals signed recently. So just kind of what is that brand story and what makes it unique?
Sure. The brand story for Home Clean Heroes, first of all, we're part of Buzz Franchise Brands. Best known in a lot of the franchise circles for being the original founders of Mosquito Joe. Grew that franchise to over 300 territories. Currently owns Pool Scouts British Swim School, and Home Clean Heroes is our newest brand. Launched Home Clean Heroes in 2017. Really, the brand story that how Buzz Franchise Brands decided to get into the residential cleaning business with Home Clean Heroes is a lot of research and a lot of insight and advice from the industry, from consultants in particular. When we asked what kind of brand should we be looking at it was a third brand at that point, and a lot of interest and demand for residential cleaning for two big reasons. One is they know the space, know it real well. It's time proven, high demand industry. But secondly, a lot of the brands, the commonly known brands that existed were sold out in a lot of the markets and in a lot of the best areas of markets. So there was a lot of demand among the industry for a new, unique, and not tired looking brand. So that's how Home Clean Heroes was conceived, as a brand in a high demand space that we could bring to market as an affordable franchise opportunity with a bold and different new look, a relevant brand look. With Home Clean Heroes, there's no maid anywhere in the name. There's no color pink anywhere in our color palette. We like to tell our franchisees they can be heroes, not maids. So the brand is a very relevant piece of the whole creation of the story. I'll tell you, one of the things that really makes Home Clean Heroes stand out is among residential cleaning businesses, among franchise opportunities, is the relationship with Buzz Franchise Brands, right? So it's probably one of the better known franchisors in terms of support and coaching for our franchisees, and really grounded in marketing and lead generation opportunities for our franchisees as well. One of the strongest parts of the whole relationship is the marketing function that we execute for our franchisees. Direct mail, digital marketing, all handled out of our home office here in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Joe, it's usually like in life, it's the little things that are the important things. The big shiny stuff is not the important stuff. So you really honed in on something that for me is very important when, even as a franchise lawyer, when franchisees are looking for a brand to invest in, and for our franchisor clients, when we ask, what's the differentiator? Why should someone go with your brand? And I love your focus on, everyone says support, but you're talking about support that's actually backed up with a record, right? Buzz Brands, Mosquito Joe, and the other, right? So you're talking about support that's real. And then something that I love is your focus on the marketing, right?
Right.
Because in the franchise world, I think it's so overplayed when people talk about turnkey operations, and really turnkey many times means, hey, we hand you an operations manual and hope you guys spend some money on marketing. Whereas I do see it, at least I've seen it with Mosquito Joe. I know the philosophy of Buzz Brands is you guys are really focused on providing that turnkey, making sure the franchisees are turning on the right marketing. I don't know how you're doing in terms of requiring spending and whatnot, but I think that's an important factor. Really, it's a real differentiator. It's not flashy, but how do franchisees react when you talk about that? And again, if you could drill down even more, I'd love you to go into how you guys do provide that turnkey solution.
Sure.
And why the marketing piece is so important. Because I think it's probably one of the biggest factors in the franchise industry.
Well, you asked a good question. How do franchisees respond to that? And the right franchisees, the right candidates, appreciate and understand the importance of that kind of support. We want franchisees, we want candidates who want to build a significant business. This is a great revenue opportunity. It's recurring, it's dependable, it's predictable, it's year round. But it's also, it's an opportunity to build a considerable brand in the market. So that's why marketing is so important in our relationship and in our structure too. It includes required spend for direct mail and digital marketing. And the thing is, we don't just say you have to spend money. All that is backed up by the support that we provide through a shared services component of Buzz Franchise Brand. So Home Clean Heroes has a dedicated operations and marketing director and vice president team that work with me on a day-to-day basis. In addition, there are 12 people across all of Buzz Franchise Brands that handle all of our SEO, our website development, our digital marketing, our design for all of our marketing materials, so graphic design, and then the direct mail program, acquiring lists, actually mailing all the direct mail cards. I can do show and tell here. Look, just like this one, I've got them on my desk as well. So all of the creative and production is done for the franchisee, and that's really unique as well, right? Because it's like having your own advertising agency, your own direct mail company, internally here executing all the marketing functions. And that's one of the fundamental components of our business plan, our structure, because we know that it's important for franchisees to build a substantial business, to generate leads. And that's what the marketing function does. It generates the leads, makes the phones ring. And the most recent addition that we've added to this whole suite of business growth products or components is a national call center. So we're working with a company called Pronexus as our national call center. We've onboarded them. All of the new customer calls, requests for service, go to Pronexus all the time. On the East Coast, it's from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., so it's extended hours as well. And then after that, any overflow calls from existing customers that normally we go into the franchise will roll to Pronexus. So they're trained to handle all of that customer service as well. So it's a really important addition, a really valuable addition, because if you think it through now, what we're doing for franchisees is we're developing creative, generating the lead, converting the lead to either an in-home estimate or a one-time sale. And what's left for the franchisee is to run an excellent operation, serve customers, and make them happy, and build their business.
And as marketing, I mean, it's something it changes constantly, especially over the past couple of months where, things need to shift pretty quickly. How does that team interact with the locations and franchisees, to make sure that things are being updated as they need to, especially since it's something that's so timely?
Yeah, so email marketing is one of the things that we handle as well as the generation of communication messages that franchisees will push out to their customers as well as their employees. But primarily for customer communication, we've been very aggressive and leaned into this situation from a communication standpoint. So we've got the ability to develop materials, text messaging, email marketing, franchise or website changes, social media posts and components. All those are done turnkey from the home office, and we started generating those materials as well as printed materials for the franchisees, back in late February, March when we saw all this coming. So that's another component of what we've done, continue to do, as well as operational changes and operational pieces that we've taken on and pushed out to the field as well.
The franchising wins when you could really create those economies of scale, and I think many franchise systems in the service space, especially on the emerging end, they fail because they're not locking down the marketing and customer acquisition component. And then it becomes a snowball effect of franchisees not making money. So then the franchisee's not investing dollars. And then it just perpetuates itself. In all service-based businesses, the other component becomes employee management, right? So you guys, I mean, how do you guys approach supporting franchisees in terms of their management of employees or provide them? I know it's very difficult on the franchisor level, but how do you guys address issues in terms of franchisee dealing with recruitment and retention?
Yeah, so it starts with structure. It starts with having the right plan in place, first to recruit employees and then train them and equip them. As far as recruitment goes, we've got systems and components in place. Career Plug, which works with all of the higher visibility employment recruitment channels, as well as a training component to really understand how recruitment advertising and digital placement within recruitment advertising works. It's not just a set it and forget it. You've got to have the right wording, the right keywords, the right search words, and then you've got to be responsive to the requests that come in, the resumes, and hire the right people, get them on board. So we train each franchisee, office manager with in-person training, virtual training, and at this point in time, in a lot of cases. But then once you've got them on board, and in order to attract the right talent, you've got to have the right type of benefits and equipment materials, the right process for employees. They've got to want to be there. You got to look better than your competitors in terms of what we provide. So our frontline cleaners, we call them grime fighters. Our grime fighters drive company-owned vehicles. Franchisee owns the vehicles or leases our hero mobiles. They're equipped with all of their equipment, everything they need, materials, chemicals, equipment. They're uniformed. They are trained before they go out in the field. So we've developed a 7-part custom video-based certification program that all of the frontline franchisees go through. All of the frontline cleaners go through. The franchisee goes through it in training as well, so that they know how to administer the training. But it's a critical element, that kind of a tool for a franchisee to be able to train their employees properly. It really elevates the role for the employee, really certifies, guarantees the level of quality that the employee will provide in the home. And it also provides a great tool for assessing an employee's performance as well, because you know exactly how they've been trained, what they've been trained to do, and how to do it. So you can assess whether they're doing their job properly as well. But it's a great tool. And then beyond that, you mentioned the coaching culture of Home Clean Heroes and the Buzz franchise brand. So we work hand in hand. Training doesn't stop when a franchisee comes to Virginia Beach for their on-site training. It just starts there. And my VP of operations, Denise Morris, is day to day, in the trenches, working with any particular problems and opportunities that franchisees, office managers, and staff would have, make sure that the employee relationship stays strong.
And on that note of franchisee training, when you're having these conversations with franchisees and continuing, this level of coaching throughout the process, I love that you said that it just starts when they come into the office and it goes from there. What would you want other, candidates or people that are thinking about the opportunity to know? What goes into that franchisee relationship that you guys are cultivating, and what do those conversations with candidates look like?
Well, really, it's a fit process, right? We're looking to make sure that it's the right fit for our franchisee, that the franchisee is a right fit for the culture of Home Clean Heroes. So we're looking for that person that wants to build a considerable business. This is a 2-territory, 3-territory, 6 or even 10 territory operation. The beauty of Home Clean Heroes right now is it's wide open. We've got 6 territories in Atlanta sold. Every other major metro is a potential market. and a good potential market for Home Clean Heroes. So we want them to realize, what it is that is unique and different about Home Clean Heroes, what the opportunity is in terms of real revenue generation and real wealth generation for them, and we want them to be, kind of. It's important that they be focused on the customer experience and customer service. So in training, we'll walk them through the entire customer journey, so they understand what the customer values from our operation, from the business and the service that we provide. And it's got to be part of a passion to want to serve people and provide good customer service, because that generates loyalty. Loyalty generates perpetuated revenue and long-term customers, and that's what builds the business.
Joe, I for anyone out there listening, I'm not just saying this, right? Because franchisor or franchisee, it really comes down. Everything that you're discussing sounds like basics, and they are in many ways, but then the substance by which you're describing it and the systems, that's key, right? So culture, coaching, that is critical in the franchisor or franchisee relationship. And certainly, my own experience and my own observation is having that platform and system to really allow your franchisees, hey, focus on great service, and we'll focus on customer acquisition, conversion. That's a big differentiator for anyone looking out there. Everyone talks about how everything's changed or not changed, and we're all in this crazy world, which may not even be crazy. We just all may be overreacting or not. But what are the opportunities or pathways you see ahead for Home Clean Heroes? Do you see any big disruption, negative or positive, with COVID, or maybe opportunities that have really opened up for you guys?
Yeah, it's a game changer. It really is, because it's becoming more and more, everyday common speak to talk about how you need to keep everything clean and disinfected and healthy. So part of, ironically, our brand is all about heroism and performing heroics type of service. So as an essential business, it only drives home how important the role of keeping your home clean is to living a healthy life and being able to avoid contact with germs and contact with disease. So it really does elevate the role of Home Clean Heroes and of residential cleaning and define what an essential service is. So we've really embraced that as well. So that becomes a super opportunity. And I'll use our Atlanta franchisees as an example. This is a private equity firm that purchased 6 territories of Home Clean Heroes, 4 territories of Pool Scouts, to begin working off of a carpet cleaning franchise, an empire of home service businesses in Atlanta. So they've got a vision, and Home Clean Heroes has become the anchor at a time when home cleaning and disinfecting is so important. So they've built the business pretty much on that brand, and we've leaned into it as well. So we've created personas within Home Clean Heroes of our disinfector on duty, with graphics and communications that have gone out to employees about what the disinfector on duty is doing while they're there, cleaning and disinfecting high touch items in areas where we know that germs could be transmitted with EPA grade disinfectants, increasing the potential of what we can do with disinfectants as well. So we're leaning into that opportunity. We're building off of it. We knew we were going to want to do that going into this whole pandemic, that we would be important and essential. And the fact that the economy the way it is right now is forcing people to look at other opportunities makes Home Clean Heroes, a residential cleaning business, a real viable alternative right now as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great, timing, and the fact that the brand is around that heroism, like you said, it's an interesting and unique position to be in. I think it's going to be exciting to see with, all of these metropolitan areas that you guys can grow into and beyond that. there's a lot of opportunity for franchisees to sign those larger deals and really be able to run with it.
Right. Right. The other thing about this, this particular company is we've built it to scale quickly. So going into this, Home Clean Heroes may look like an emerging brand, but it's really part of a very significant and substantial franchisor, very well capitalized, very well experienced. I mentioned Denise before. She actually came over from Mosquito Joe. She's opened hundreds of franchisees and started hundreds of franchisees down the path of success. So, the experience is here, and it's well established and scaled and ready to grow. That's how we can take on a six pack with in Atlanta, for instance, and it's ready to go. Their equipment's already in hand to start open their first 2 territories.
Yeah, Joe, I don't think you can underestimate that, right? And so we as a franchise law firm, we have plenty of clients that are startups, do a phenomenal job. Established and mature brands. But I think franchisees do have a critical question, especially in the service industry, which is the track record of the team and the level of support. And I'm not just talking about, hey, we're going to train you, but really what's going to create that growth.
Yep.
And how does a brand differentiate from the really good or great brands are the ones that build wealth and value and sales and opportunity. And, for anyone checking out Home Clean Heroes or any service-based brand, they really need to spend time with this video. And I would come back and I'd call you on everything. I know you could back it up, but everything you're discussing is critical. And I say that because when people invest their livelihood, this matters. Yep. So, when you give someone your money and you commit your time, are there really the systems to back this up? And I think your statement about having a team to back that up, I think that's very legitimate for anyone listening to this. I think it's critical.
Yeah, and it's personally important to me too, because my background includes franchise ownership. So prior to coming on board with Home Clean Heroes, I owned a home services franchise. I owned a window cleaning franchise. And I learned as a franchisee where the important support points were. It's where I learned that the first thing I need to do is build a customized training program for employees. And the only reason that Buzz Franchise Brands, or one of the biggest reasons, was so interesting to me is because of this culture of coaching and working with franchisees on their business plan, on their business model, on their execution, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. It really is. It's the heart of this company, and it's what we exist to do, is to support our franchisees.
Absolutely. And yeah, now more than ever, people are going to be looking for that as they're considering what brand they want to partner with, and being able to have that support and show that validation, like Charles said, to be able to back that up, not just say that you're going to train and go through the steps, it's more critical now than it's ever been. So it's going to be exciting to see how you guys continue to grow.
Yep. Yeah. So we're looking forward to the coming year. We've got some lofty goals. We've been working with Franchise Fastlane. Just started and launched with them in June, and we've done 7 different consultant channel launches in the last 3 weeks. So we're aggressively working with new candidates and franchisees to get franchises open as quickly as we can. We're hoping for another 20 by the end of the year, another 20 territories.
Fastlane's a great organization. And so I guess for anyone looking at this video or checking it out, if you don't know about Home Clean Heroes, definitely check out the website. But also consider everything Joe's saying and test it out, right? Look at the management team, look at the track record. If you're in conversations, talk about that marketing, the system support, and where the franchisor is going to have you focused. And then I would evaluate that with other brands, right? I think these are critical assessment questions for everyone that may be looking to invest in a franchise. So, Joe, I appreciate it. I think I think there's good things ahead for Home Clean Heroes. So definitely looking forward to catching up on this.
Good. I appreciate it. Thanks very much for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.